And we're live. Welcome back to the HEALcast. I'm joined here by my awesome co-host Bobby and our wonderful guest. We have Connor on today. He is our admin for HEAL this year for Thon 2021. Welcome, Connor.
Hey, what's up, everyone? Glad to be here.
Glad to have you.
Yeah, we're so happy to have you. We were just saying before, we know you're an avid listener, so we might as well just hand over the podcasting mic to you, and you can just take it from here. So me and Bobby, you're out. You can actually interview us if that's
Yeah,
good.
perfect.
Sure, yeah. So, what do you guys do in Heal?
Oh, yeah. Great question. I
Okay.
actually just kind of like rolled up one day and like crawled under their table and I started living there and that's my new home. So, how about
I
you,
think I've
Morgan?
seen you around here before.
Yeah.
Um, so I also rolled up to the career fair and met some really cool people. And now I've been a donor relations chair for the last 2 years. Well, I was one last year, and now I'm another one again this year. Um, and yeah, we do this cool thing called the HEALcast. That's super fun. But basically, donor relations just focusing on raising money through donor drive, donation boxes, envelopes. So if you're listening to this and you haven't gotten a donation box yet, make sure to hit me or Jared up and we will get you set up with that. And if you are an alumni, then make sure to reach out as well and we can get hooked up with the Thon Nation. So basically all that was just one giant plug for me and my role in HEAL. So thank you everyone for listening. That's all we have for today. We'll catch you next time.
Yeah, right. You gave a serious answer, dude. I was like so ready for you to be like, "Oh yeah, I also rolled up under the table." No, I
Well, no,
met some.
I can't. I was living under a table, but
Yeah, of course.
since coronavirus and it's gotten kind of cold.
Yeah, we had to push them 6 feet apart after, much like you and Carmen had to push your beds apart. Either way, so I am Heels Alt Funds, one of Alt Funds chairs this year of three. I have two awesome co-chairs. We set up all the cool fundraisers and whatnot, fun stuff that goes on to help make some money for the kids. And last year I was the Thon weekend chair. So myself and my super awesome co-chair, shout out Shannon Carmo, were in charge of the org during Thon. We had some fun throughout the year planning some stuff. We were in charge of the whole dancer selection process. We ran the pass list at Thon, which was terrible. Just kidding. It was awesome. It's just a lot of work. And it was really stressful, but it was a lot of fun. We had a ton of fun doing it. So much so that I still came back to do all funds this year. So
Yeah. Any other
there we go.
questions for us, Connor?
Um, I just want to say that's awesome. You guys did a great job last year. Left a really big impression on me as a freshman. And you're doing a great job this year too. So, just wanted to give a shout out to you guys.
Literally love this kid. Can
That
we
was
can we keep
sweet.
him?
Yeah, we'll keep them.
Can we
I
keep him,
guess.
Mom? Can we keep
for
him?
for a few more years.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
you're only a sophomore.
Yeah, you're not allowed to leave.
Yeah.
Okay, so can you tell us a little bit about what you actually do?
Yeah, so I'm a sophomore. So this is my first year on the executive board. I'm the administrative chair for HEAL, and what that entails is, first of all, I'm technically the treasurer, so I'm in charge of like bringing funds to associated student activities, and also like keeping a slush fund and refunding people for any organization expenses um, they might have, so that way it's not like everything's not going through their personal accounts. Um, and also in charge of keeping track of who has paid their dues and whatnot. There's heal points that I'm also responsible for keeping track of. So if people are coming to all the meetings, they get credit for that. So any outside events that are benefiting heal, they'll get credit for that too. Um, and those go towards being able to vote on dancers at the end of the year. So when that comes around, I'm responsible for um, like tallying everyone who is able to vote on dancers at the end of the year. Um, oh, also, I send out recap emails. I try to make those as engaging as possible. Um, yeah, it's a lot of fun doing that. That's like kind of, I sound like it, but that's kind of my thing is just doing things over and over slightly differently. And that's a great, sending out emails is a great opportunity to do that because it's very structured. And that's the kind of thing I like.
Yeah,
Um,
well, I mean, you are incredibly organized, which is good because if you weren't, I'm not. So things would not look as good as they do. Your recap emails are hilarious. Your this or that's and like love them. Big fan. But yeah, you've been doing a great job, by the way. So
Yeah.
Thank you. I appreciate
you're
that.
killing it.
Wait, so going back to your recap emails this week, I cannot believe that Pollock won over East as far as places to live. That blows my mind because East is just the far superior place to live.
Where was
That
West Halls on that uh,
okay, so I
list?
for this or that, I try to make them like as 50-50 as possible. Like
Yeah,
obviously I'm not gonna put like every single sports team, for example, or every single fruit on there. So I try to narrow it down to two that I think make up the greatest population. So I know that you haven't lived in either of those, either East or Pollock, Bobby. So you weren't represented. I'm sorry
I
about
know.
that.
I didn't vote. Don't worry.
Because most people
You
in their
abstained.
freshman year do live East or Pollock. Most people do not choose West.
Well, most people aren't built different the way I am, so it's very unfortunate for them. Lucky for us because I am here today for you. You're welcome.
Okay, anyway, so
Yeah.
Connor, why do you like Pollock better than East?
Honestly, I don't. It's just that I was in Pollock my first year. Honestly, West was kind of a pog maneuver by Bobby. I wish I kind of took that route,
PogChamp.
but Pollock, I don't know. It has a definitely has a better location than East.
Oh, for sure.
So I'd say that is a motivating factor for the people who voted for Pollock for sure. But it
And
probably mostly came down to just where they were living their freshman year.
definitely for location, Pollock is ideal. And I mean, I did not live in renovated East, so it was not luxury by any means. But I don't know. I think I liked East Dining Hall better as well because I'm not a big fan of Pollock's Dining Hall.
I've actually only been to Pollock and South. Those are the only two dining commons I've been to in
Oh my
Hill.
gosh, we have to take you to West. I think West is best.
I
I've
only ever
heard
needed to go to West, so
Yeah.
I've
never
heard
went
the
anywhere
cookies
else.
are good, but
They were
Gosh, the cookies
delicious.
are amazing. I used to take like a couple when every time like we ate there like probably like 3 or 4 times a week. Sometimes it was less than I don't know if it was ever more than that. But yeah, I used to like take them by like the handful. Like the woman was probably just like, "Why is she still scooping?" They're, like these greasy, soft, delicious messes, and they're just so good.
Yeah, that's the
I'm
perfect way to
sure
describe them.
I'm sure no one judged you.
I
Never.
mean, if they did, good for them. I don't know. I didn't live there. I have to deal with seeing anyone in the bathroom later that night. You know, like you were brushing your teeth next to the girl who thought you were crazy for eating them cookies, so it was okay.
True.
Anyway, but yeah, I was blown away that Pollock won because I just don't think Pollock just in general like the closets are small. You don't have as much room, all that stuff. I don't know.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
that was a bit of an iffy result, not gonna lie. It wasn't rigged though, I can tell you that
Might have been
much.
skewed.
It
Who
wasn't right.
knows?
That sounds like someone who rigged it. Something that someone who rigged it would say.
Yeah,
Some
right?
something Sabrina would say.
Yeah, true.
Sabrina rigs everything. So
She rigs every alt fund she ever wins. That's how it works. Even if she doesn't plan she rigged it.
that's true. That is 100% true.
Yep.
For anyone listening who doesn't understand what we're saying, Sabrina was alt funds last year, and she sometimes won things that she set up. So just a little bit suspicious. It's okay though. It's okay. She can get away with cheating. If you're listening, Sabrina, we know.
We love you. That's
She
all
did a
I know.
great job setting them up though,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, we
for you
got a
to
lot of money,
succeed.
so.
So anyway, Connor, why did you choose to join Heal?
So I didn't know much about Thon before coming here. Obviously I knew that it was like a philanthropic organization, and that sounded like something I wanted to be a part of when I went to the involvement fair. Um, I knew I wanted to join a Thon organization. So my friend Rose, actually, a lot of you in the organization probably know her. She recommended that I join Heal, and I decided to check you guys out at the involvement fair. And the people, I don't exactly remember who was at the stand, but they were very outgoing. It might have been Bobby, not gonna lie, and he was
I
super
was
nice.
there.
Um,
there with Bobby, and I bought the candy. So I bet you the candy.
Yeah, okay, Morgan, you're cooler than me. It's fine. Everyone knows.
I'm not sure if I took the candy. I
I
might have.
probably ate the candy because I was just eating all of it all day.
But yeah, from there, I was feeling good about heal. So I decided to come to the first meeting, and I think I sat next to Matt Giuliano. I just kind of picked a random spot because I was nervous, and I just walked in and took the first seat I saw. And he started talking to me right away, which was super cool. Like I was really nervous, but able to like right off the bat get a conversation with someone who like knew what he was doing in the organization. Um, felt really good, I guess. Um, and I felt really welcomed at that first meeting. I didn't feel like pressured to like participate in anything, but the picnic afterwards was a lot of fun. Just like talking to people and seeing where people were from. Because these were like some of the first conversations I was having at Penn State. And how nice everyone was. Made me feel really good. Made me feel good about choosing Penn State in the first place. Um, and from there, I was like, yeah, I'm definitely coming back. And I didn't miss a single meeting after that, except for the one night where I got locked out of my dorm and couldn't get dressed.
What from the shower?
Um, Actually, I think it was just my socks and shoes that I needed, and I wasn't gonna
Oh,
walk
okay.
barefoot, so, or my shower shoes. But
So
I'd have
you're
walked
telling
barefoot.
you're telling me that you risked your perfect attendance just because you didn't have socks and shoes to walk across campus?
I mean,
Um,
yeah, maybe there might have been other factors involved. I don't remember, but it was getting locked out of my room was a big one.
It
I
was
like
probably
I didn't have my
cold
phone
too.
either, I think. Yeah. It was definitely cold. It was like it might have been like November, December.
oh my
Yeah,
goodness. Yeah.
yeah. Should have walked barefoot. I don't think you'd have bare feet left. They'd be gone. You'd be walking on like nubs because they would have
Um,
fallen off from frostbite.
Sure.
wait, so Connor, are you from PA?
I am, yeah. I'm from Doylestown, Pennsylvania, so I went to Central Bucks West,
Oh yeah, because you're
which,
Rose. That makes sense.
yeah. So a lot of people are from like Bucks County area in Heel. But for people who don't know, that's like outside Philly, as everyone says. Um, but yeah, it's like an hour away from there in Eastern PA.
You and everyone else that goes to Penn State who lives outside Philly or outside Pittsburgh. Those are my two favorite things ever to hear. You know,
Pittsburgh gang.
I technically live outside of Philly and outside of Pittsburgh, but I'm not from Pennsylvania because everyone who doesn't live inside of it lives outside of it.
Wah
So
wah. That's all I'm
me,
hearing, Morgan. Wah
me,
wah.
New Jersey over here, you know.
You live
I
outside New York.
I am okay, fair. That's more accurate. But technically you also live outside of New York.
I live
So
outside of everything.
yeah, there you
You're
go.
inside right now.
I live outside of. I'm under my table. You can't tell. I actually had some additions made. The roof got expanded a little bit, so I have some more headroom.
Oh my god.
Looks great.
Thanks. Appreciate it.
Yeah. Okay, so Connor, last year I'm assuming was your first on. So can you tell us a little bit about what it was like, what you liked, what you didn't like, sleep
Um,
deprivation?
yeah, I would love to. So, um, like in the beginning of the year, I didn't know at all what the weekend was gonna be about, and that kind of like remained the same up until I was actually there. Like,
We did a
I,
great job explaining it.
I did enter.
Come to the fun weekend chair.
Great. Yikes. Looks like I did not do that well last year.
No, like I knew what to expect. I wasn't like shocked, like oh my gosh, there we're standing the whole time. Like I wasn't caught too off guard, but I didn't know what it would feel like and what the atmosphere would be like. Everyone told me how like great it would be, and I was really looking forward to it. Um, but yeah, like as soon as entrance plan started, I was like, wow, this is pretty cool. And yeah, then once we got inside, I was like, all right, when are we gonna start? Because like I didn't realize we were gonna be sitting for a little bit. Um, so I don't know. I was really excited once our dancers came out. Because like one of the big things for me was making sure that I was there like support them as much as I could. Um, so I actually stayed longer than I thought I would. Um, I wanted to like sleep for a long time, but I ended up just like going back for 6 hours or whatever.
The whole
Um,
weekend?
um, I lied. I went back for 8 hours the whole weekend because I had lunch the next morning. Um, but yeah,
I think you
I
might have actually. You were either there the same amount of time I was, or you were there longer. You and Nora killed it. You guys were there like as long or longer than Shannon and I. But I know I took an 8 hour break and that was it. So that's probably around where you were.
Wow.
yeah, I like just got super into it. Like I didn't expect that to happen,
That's awesome.
but
Oh, I love
um,
that.
I kind of had it all laid out, and then I was like, well, might as well stay, having a good time. Want to support our dancers, and they like do a really great job entertaining people. The dancers are standing there 46 hours. Um, you'd think obviously at some points they're gonna get bored, but just like all the performers and activities and even things in the stands, like they had Family Feud and trivia and stuff. So they do a really great job with that. Um, so yeah, the performances were great. I was pretty excited. I didn't know who Dea was till after like the second song she performed. Um, but that was pretty hype. The line dance, uh, I'm not great at dancing. I was in choir for a while in high school, and whenever we did anything with dancing, I would just be like, "Oh my gosh, why are we doing this? I didn't sign up for this." Um, but I was getting into that too. Even I couldn't remember moves very well, but I remember there were like certain lines where I would actually know what to do, and I would just get super hype. Um, and then when it came to the final four, I remember people had been talking about that in advance and how special that was, and it didn't really like click with me like what it would be like until it actually happened. And
Until they're
that was
screaming down your face.
yeah, until everyone was crying. Um, but yeah, that was really special, and those are like that weekend is something that I'll never forget. I have a terrible memory, but there are a lot of um like moments in that where I almost feel like I have a photographic memory and I can like go back and like see it in my mind.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, it was definitely a great first Thon experience.
Yeah, well,
Awesome.
it sounds like it. That's like
Yeah.
an awesome experience. I'm so glad that you enjoyed it so much. I feel like your freshman year thon, or like really your first thon, is just like the most magical thing ever.
It's like
Yeah, it
going to
was
Disney
great.
for the first time, like it's awesome every time you go, but like that first time, like you remember like everything.
Yeah, because everything's so new too. I think is what makes it so
Yeah.
fun. Like everything's a surprise.
Yeah, it was. I was caught off guard by a lot of things. It was amazing.
Well, and
Yeah.
I'm glad that we were able to retcon me doing a terrible job, and that it was just it is impossible to understand kind of like the atmosphere of Thon without ever being there, right? It's so
Yeah,
hard to explain exactly all the emotions that you just can't, and it really just comes down to going and seeing what it's like. So
yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. You can talk about it and describe it all you want with words, but it's never gonna like capture.
exactly,
It's like actually being there.
Yeah, I feel like it's almost like makes it more special, and it's almost like important that you don't fully understand. Like obviously you need to know like it's gonna be a long time. You're gonna be standing the whole time, but like it makes it that much more special for everything to just be like a new experience. And yeah, it's like impossible to fully explain it because everyone experiences different things throughout the weekend too, and everyone experiences it in like a slightly different way. Even if you are seeing the same exact thing, like you take it in different,
Yeah.
which is what makes I don't know Thon just so special. Um, so yeah. So okay, I've seen you sip your tea. Can you tell us a little bit about your mug and the Tea Society because I think it's pretty important.
I
So
agree.
yeah. First of all, this mug. First of all, I'm drinking Irish breakfast. Great with sugar, great with milk, whatever you want to put in it. That's how I prefer to drink it. Um,
Is it caffeinated?
It is. It's black tea. Black tea is the most caffeinated type of tea. Then it's green tea, and then like herbal tea. After that, herbal tea is not real tea, but we're not gonna get into that.
Oh,
Okay.
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 Can you drink caffeine at night and not be up all night?
I don't really know what kind of effects caffeine has on me. I just know that when I accidentally bought 2 energy drinks the other week, I was shaking the whole day.
How does one
Um,
accidentally buy 2 energy drinks and then drink both of them
Not at the same
consecutively?
time. Not at the same time. Um,
But
so
yeah, explain.
How do you make that
okay,
mistake, Connor?
so Penn State has this app, the Penn State Eats app or something,
Okay.
Right.
and you can order things from the convenience stores on there. So I see a picture of the Starbucks like little glass frappuccino things, and I'm like, oh, that looks good. I've had those before. I'll treat myself. And I try to get 2 of them, but I click on it, and there's like a bunch of options. And I see like mocha, and then the next thing I see is vanilla, and I don't read the rest of it. I
Don't
just
tell me you
click
got a
on the
vanilla
vanilla
double
one.
shot.
I got a vanilla double shot, 2 of them,
No.
and I was like, well, I'm not letting these go to waste. And
Split
I
them up, dude. Don't do them all
I
at the
did.
same
I didn't
time.
do them both. I did one, and I started drinking it at like 10 a.m. and I finished it at like 10 p.m. and I was still like shaking the whole day.
Holy
Oh,
crap.
so there's your answer. You are caffeine makes you shake, or like that's not even a lot. Like
That
two
much.
shots over 12 hours.
Like this isn't bad for me. Like I drink this and I'll probably like fall asleep normally. Notice the difference.
More natural than espresso shots.
Yeah, for
A
sure.
little bit. A
Like
little bit less concentrated.
even coffee, which I'm technically not supposed to drink, um, under the Tea Society affiliation, but I
No way. Are you guys banned from drinking coffee?
just
It,
a
We
joke.
it's definitely a joke. Definitely.
Definitely,
I
it's
kind
like
of
a running joke that we hate coffee in the Tea
I was gonna
Society.
say I'm technically a member of the Tea Society, so
That's true.
I don't think they'd like to hear about how much coffee I do drink because it is unhealthy the amount of caffeine I consume.
Just don't mention it at a meeting.
I will not.
okay.
Um,
Tell us more about Tea Society.
so yeah, Tea Society, we meet every other weekend or week on Tuesdays and we talk about tea. Um, Usually it involves going through a PowerPoint on a different type of tea. For example, if one day we're talking about green tea, we'll have a slide on like the basic information, then the origins, different varieties of it, like what temperatures you want to brew it at, specific things like that, fun facts. And then at the end of the slides, we'll have a Kahoot that kind of quizzes you to see if you were paying attention. And starting this year, we started to have icebreakers at meetings just because it's not a very large club. There's only like 10 to 15 people average at a meeting so far this year. So we figured it's pretty easy to like get to know each other in a Zoom call if you have like some kind of activity where each person gets a turn to talk and everyone's eyes are on that one person. So we started doing icebreakers and that's worked out really well for us and it's made it kind of like a tighter, smaller group, which is pretty cool.
So
Tea
you have
Club is so cool. Let me just say that,
Tea
like,
Society, not Tea Club.
huh?
Yeah, what's the tea club?
Or
Yeah,
like Tea Society.
you
Wah, wah.
really are in the
I'm in
society.
the Tea Society. Yeah, I call it Tea Club. Don't
You're
Fake
calling it
member,
the wrong
fake
I
thing.
call
member.
whatever I want. Either way, it's cool. It's fun. I went. I've been to maybe 2 meetings. Um, but I did pay dues, so I am an
You
active
went to
member.
one.
I went to one. Yikes.
Oh,
Either way, I paid dues at that meeting, so I'm better than a lot of people in a lot of
I
their clubs. So
I'm just saying I paid your dues.
you did
Let's
not.
refresh. I had a $10 bill. Dues are $5.
I feel like I paid you. Maybe you owed me money.
No. Where did that come from? Where is this coming from? This slander.
Yikes. All right. Well, I guess I owe you $5. Either way,
okay, we'll find it out later.
we'll straighten that. We'll straighten that out later.
I guess
Now
it's
that I seem like a
technically
terrible
libel
person.
if you're saying it.
Yeah, evidently.
Okay.
But
Um,
it's cool. It was like a super nice and like homey atmosphere. Like everyone was just chill and everyone was just hanging out. We just drank some tea, and I was like, "Wow, this is awesome. This is really good tea." I can't remember what tea I had. I believe I had black tea, and I just took it straight. which is like drinking black. Dare I say the drink that shall not be named, coffee. Um, and I'm a big black coffee drinker. So
Yeah, that's a bold maneuver, but a good option. I like all teas with no sugars from time to time. Uh, Honestly, any tea, any sweetener, no sweetener, it's good.
yeah,
Um, but yeah, definitely a very chill atmosphere. Um, so if anyone wants to stop in to a meeting, just gonna plug it right here.
do it.
Let me know. Um, we meet every other Tuesday, around 7:30, I think it is, on Zoom. Uh,
So
so
did you
yeah,
meet this Tuesday, or will you be meeting next Tuesday?
we will be meeting next
So you
Tuesday,
didn't meet
I
yesterday.
believe. Oh, it was yesterday? We definitely didn't meet
Okay,
yesterday.
there you go.
Okay.
So every other Tuesday, with your next meeting being October 13th.
Yeah, 13.
Sounds about right.
Okay.
Um, and also, just want to plug the Instagram too. I am the social media chair for the Tea Society, so you can follow us at Tea Society PSU. Uh, Post a lot of memes over there, strictly tea related, a lot of fun facts as well. And I started doing this thing called Cups of Positivity, where every day on the story we will put either an inspirational quote or just something positive that I think some people might need to hear to brighten their day. So, yeah, definitely check it out. A lot of cool stuff going on the Instagram.
Morgan and I will definitely be following before the episode ends.
I already.
Actually, Morgan already did.
Oh
like-
my gosh, Connor, make me look worse more and more on my own podcast that I share with Morgan, who looks better than me all the time.
Well, good thing no one can see us anyway.
True.
Okay, really important question. Favorite tea? You can only pick one. 3, 2, 1.
Irish breakfast, that's my go-to. I
That's
like
what
a
you're
lot of
doing right
teas.
now.
Yeah. I mean, that's why. I knew you were going to ask that question. I just had to be ready. I had to back it up. Imagine if I was drinking some matcha right here.
Yikes.
Imagine they would be calling for my head if I was drinking matcha and claiming that Irish breakfast was my favorite tea.
You know, I do drink matcha probably like 3 times a week right now.
Do you have this special cup for it?
I make myself a nice. No, I don't. I make myself a
Mm.
nice matcha latte. I mean, it's not hot, but they're pretty good.
I love matcha lattes. That's my go-to at Starbucks, not
Guys,
gonna
I
lie.
am so in
I've
the
never
dark
had
here.
Starbucks. I've never had it. Well, you know what, Bobby? You're just gonna have to deal with it. I've never had a Starbucks matcha, but that sounds good.
They're very sweet and very frothy, which
Mm,
I like. It's good every once in a while.
interesting. Bobby, matcha is like a green tea.
Yeah,
Um,
no, I get that.
It's a
yeah, you can.
powder. You
It
mix it in.
it's from like Argentina, right? That's
That's something else. I forget what it's called.
maybe I'm wrong. You know what I'm
Been
talking
for a
about, where they
while.
have the cup
I
and
do know
the
it. The
straw, and the
straw.
straw has like a filter built into it, and you share
Yeah.
it with people. It's like a social thing.
Oh,
You
that's
guys like,
neat.
Yeah,
which
it's a very
probably
good
I wonder how that is
self-profile.
now, right? Like with Corona
It's called
era, right? You can't
that's
share
called
drinks.
mate, by the way.
Mate. Thank
Yeah.
you, Connor. Why can't we just have him on every episode?
Yeah, he should just be the host.
Add him to the host list. Honestly, you're the executive producer now. Hope you enjoy.
Sweet. Sounds good.
Okay, Connor. So I know that you listen to this podcast a lot. So I have a question for you. Do you have any questions that you wish we asked you right now?
True.
Man, that's the one I wasn't ready for because you haven't asked this before.
Oh,
Had to throw him for a loop.
That was a good one, not gonna lie.
Morgan
Um,
always has the good ones. I have the bad ones.
stop, Bobby.
Maybe a good question that you could like throw out there now, and for anyone listening, if they're on a future podcast, they might be more comfortable answering because like I don't know if I could answer it right now on the spot. But if there's like anything that you would like to see added to Thon, like anything at all, very generic question, but I feel like that would be a more creative question that people could come up with their own um, thing of what they would like to see added to
Okay.
Thon.
That's super cool. Morgan, do
you
you have an answer to that?
Oh, I have to answer
Do
it.
do we have answers to that?
Anything that I would add to Thon. Okay. Things
I
that
think
I
we
would.
should answer that, you and I, at least.
Okay, so are we talking about this year or are we talking about normal?
I would add people this year.
Yeah, I would add.
Oh man. I think
Connor,
in general. Let's
on it
speak
in
in general.
context or in general?
Oh, let's say in general, but you
Okay.
can say specifically this year if you have like a good idea.
Well, my good idea for this year would be for coronavirus to be gone.
That's a really good idea. I second that.
Let's get on that.
Yeah, someone just push it away.
Just the Thon fairies can come whip that up. That'd be really nice.
Yeah, nice.
As far as things in general, I don't know, Bobby. Do you have anything?
That's why I asked you to go first because I wanted time to think about it. I think it would be cool if, and I don't know the logistics or how anything would work, but if you could like pay homage to the places Thon's been before. And so, some people might not know, Bryce Jordan Center has not always been the home of Thon. Thon is a lot older than the Bryce Jordan Center. So before BJC, I might get these mixed up. I believe before the Bryce Jordan Center was built, it was in the white building. And actually, let me retcon that. Rec Hall. It was in Rec Hall before the Bryce Jordan Center.
Hub first, and then it went to Rec Hall.
It was
I
in the
might-
hub.
I think.
I
The hall room.
high key doubt it,
Okay.
but you could
I
be
might
right.
wrong.
You
but
could
I-
be right. I
was
just
right.
thought that it was Bryce Jordan Center. White Building was, I believe, the original home.
Maybe.
And then Rec Hall
Maybe.
after. Either way, I think if there's like any like almost just like events, even if it's just for the families, just like something else that people can do. Wow, because yes, Thon is like this whole big thing, but like it'd be cool if there was other things going on too. Like let's make the whole campus a Thon event. That'd be
See,
cool.
I'm gonna have to agree to disagree on that because I don't think I would want to leave the venue.
True.
You know, because you know how hard it is to get in. I guess for families it's not that hard, but like I feel like people wouldn't want to leave because like what if something cool happens at the BJC? You know, like
Yeah. So I don't know. Dude,
I respect.
I said I don't know the logistics.
I just said I respect your decision. No need to get upset.
I'm upset. It's too late.
Bobby, I like your
People
idea.
probably think
Thanks.
me and Bobby are like dating or something.
We aren't.
By the way that we
I think that. No, I'm just
I
kidding.
thought you
We're
guys
not.
were enemies.
We are. She hates me.
enemies. No, Bobby, I love you. We're
Frenemies?
not. We are not in a relationship, and we're not dating, and that will never happen. Love you, Bobby.
So, anyways, now that I am officially friend zoned, just kidding. I don't care. I love you, Morgan. Okay. Next topic of the pod.
What did I get myself into?
Yeah, right. You're mediating our therapy session. I hope you're ready.
Anyway, okay, Connor, the really important big question. I know you're prepared for it, so I expect big things. What would you like to see in the Thon line dance this year? And you
Okay.
can't repeat anything because I know you've listened.
Oh man. Okay, I was
He's
gonna
angry.
repeat a few.
Okay, go
Like
ahead.
all the
Repeat and
all
then
the good ones.
originality.
I'm gonna confirm a few that I
I
think are
demand
definite.
originality.
I'm gonna confirm some definite ones, okay?
Yeah.
So I think wildfires have to be in it because they're only getting worse and they've been in it the past couple years, right? They
Yeah,
were in
well,
it last year.
I said, so it's okay. You can just steal my word.
That no, I'm first confirming them. I'm first
He's
confirming.
confirming.
Yeah,
I like this. I respect this.
These are the ones that are definitely.
He's a
gonna
man
be
of science.
Um, the presidential race, right? That has to be in there, right?
Correct.
They okay. I think Black Lives Matter should be in there.
Correct.
Um, Ruth Bader Ginsburg, I think, is going to be in there.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
So those I think have all been said before, right?
Yeah, there's a few more that have been said, but it's okay.
I know a few more have been said.
Yeah.
Chadwick Boseman, I think, will be in it.
Yes,
Yeah.
100%. There's if they put Stan Lee in, there's no way they're not going to put Chadwick Boseman
Okay.
And he Excelsior Wakanda.
forevermore. Yeah, I got you.
So yeah, that one will probably be in there too. And then, sorry, I had to chapstick real
Your
quick.
Burt's Bees. Put it on your eyelids, Connor.
Cucumber melon.
I love that
Ooh,
you put your hand behind it like you're a YouTuber. Guys, I
Big
got
fan.
this new sponsorship.
big fan.
With the terrible camera quality.
Yeah, right. It's fine.
And then my new one, this one hasn't been said before. I think. Is Twitter being hacked? Has that been said on the podcast
That
before?
has not. Um,
No.
that's a
Twitter.
good one. I didn't even think of that, and I'm a cybersecurity major, so
I
you got me
think
beat.
that'll be on there. That's not as guaranteed as the other ones.
Yeah,
Um, but that's kind of like a dark horse pick. That's what I'm going with.
that is a good dark horse.
When was Twitter hacked?
Like, I don't remember, maybe a month ago,
It was a month or two ago.
maybe two, maybe
Who
even longer. I
Late, I
lost
think it
track of
was
time.
early, maybe early August. I don't know if we were even here yet.
who hacked it?
Just some random
Hackers?
kids, I think. And they
And
like
what did you
stole
do?
money from people.
Oh,
They like they
something else.
pretended to be like famous people like Elon Musk, Bill Gates, etc. I think they said they were giving out money to people, and then they might have asked for their bank accounts or something.
In
I,
people.
I don't
Yeah, I don't
remember
know
the
the details of it, but I
specifics.
do know what happened, and it was
Yeah,
yucky.
yeah.
Oh my gosh, aren't you like that's like the number one thing you're never supposed to do? Like hand out your bank.
Well, if Bill Gates asks for my social security number, I am handing Bill Gates my social security number on a silver platter.
You should not say
True.
that. Don't say that.
Bill Gates? He could have Bill Gates could already have my social security number if he wanted it.
Oh my gosh.
He could buy every step of the process to get to it.
Okay. Anyway. Wow. Okay. Anything else that you would like to see on the line dance? Okay. Actually, you know what? What I need to know: do you actually think Tiger King's going to be on there?
Me personally,
Yeah.
I didn't even watch it, but I think it will be. When was that? That was like the springtime
Quarantine.
after Thon, right? Oh
Yeah.
yeah, that was quarantine. So it'll be definitely be on.
There's
'Cause
no way it's not. Like
yeah, it's old enough that it's like
it has to be.
like yeah, yeah.
Carol
It's old enough,
Baskin's
but it's
on
new enough.
Dancing with the Stars now.
I know. I saw that. Is she still on, or has she gotten
I
booted?
don't watch it.
I don't either.
I'm much like Connor. I was in choir and we didn't do the dance thing. So
Have you ever heard people say? I know me either. My mom used to ballroom dance, so sometimes I walk with her. But have you ever heard people say like your career's over once you sign up for Dancing with the Stars?
no, but I'm sure Carol Baskin's never really started.
Yeah. Well,
True.
there's a big question around Carol Baskins. We won't bring it up though.
We won't.
I wouldn't know.
He hasn't seen it. That's true. We can't even talk about. It. He
I
hasn't
think
seen it.
I think I am aware, but
Yeah.
I don't want to
know.
spoil.
I wouldn't technically know.
Yeah. We'll just leave. We'll just leave it alone though. Just leave it alone.
Just
Okay.
feed the mystery.
Touchy subject.
Yeah. Bobby, do you have your final question?
My final question. Oh. I don't want to ask it because I've been having. This is like one of the most fun podcasts I've had. Connor is just such a dude. Love having you here.
Okay. You know what? Let's
Thank
flip
you.
it around. Connor.
Great being here.
Connor, what final question do you have for us?
Perfect.
Ooh, I wasn't ready for this one either.
Fooled
Um,
you.
who do you want to see on the podcast next?
Oh no, he's done it. My favorite question. Morgan, you want to go first, or you want me to?
Okay, people who I want to see on the podcast. Okay, to clarify, at the beginning of the podcast, we sent out a Google form, and you can sign up to join the podcast. So the next person that I want to see on the podcast is probably one of the next people on the Google form.
Oh, that's cheating.
People that haven't signed up that I think would be fun. Well, we do have some tricks up our sleeves, so I don't know if I can give this away because we do have a fun guest. Actually, two guests coming on next week.
I don't even think I know. I have an idea, but I don't know.
They're not in heel. They're not in heel.
I don't know.
It'll be fun, Bobby. I'll explain to you later.
Cool. Works for me.
But some people that I think would be fun would be the people that are coming on next week. Maybe some other people involved in Thon outside of heel. We're trying to like give everyone like a nice like mashup of like alumni, people who were in heel now, people who I guess alumni would be people who used to be in heel. So that's already answered my own question. And then like captains, we should do like directors, families, like all of those types of things. I think my answer for my best and final answer is to have a good mix up of present, past, in all things Thon. Because like we were saying, Thon kind of means different things to every person that goes, and we can all experience Thon, the exact same one, and come away with different things. So I think it would be really special to just continue to develop the Thon world world through the HEALcast. Hey, Bobby, your turn.
All right. I will come out with a definite name, and it will not be someone in Heal since you're bringing people from outside of Heal now. I want my captain, Mark Leone. Because Mark is also, I need to look this up. I want to say the right title. I'm pretty sure he is Heal's fundraising liaison. Is that a thing?
Oh, yeah, yep.
Yeah. So I hit the committee jackpot and got my liaison as my captain. Super cool guy. So he's someone I could also get on. So
That'd
if
be
you're
fun.
listening, Mark,
Great.
I got you. Let me know when you want to come on, buddy. We'll talk. It'll be fun, just like our committee meetings.
That sounds great. I'm glad you had a concrete answer to that one.
I
Unlike some
gotcha.
people.
Okay, you know what?
I know, right?
You know what? I have a specific name, and I will name drop her when she's
No.
on. When she's on next week, and you'll know.
I'll be like, hey, you're the one.
Yeah, I'll even give you the initials so that
No.
tomorrow.
No. That's
So we
cheating.
know.
No, because then the next one you'll know that I actually got the right person.
Well, I know who it is.
Her initials are LP. That's all I'm saying. Mic drop and the podcast. No, I'm kidding.
Launer Patthews?
Yes, you got it. I don't even know who that is.
I also don't know who that is.
That's me with the initials changed.
Oh.
Oh
Can
my
we
god,
can we keep him? Like, can he actually just be on every week?
you're on forever. Thank you so much.
Can you take my spot? Here you go.
Please
Sure,
do.
sure.
Honestly, I'm
Pass the headset. It's
Same
all
time
yours.
next week.
Yeah, same time next week, buddy. All right. Well, I guess Connor, if you have anything else you want to say, now is the time.
If you're listening, have a great rest of your day, or if you're listening at the same time I listen, good night, sweet dreams, and have a great rest of your week. Love you guys.
That was awesome. Thank you
You're
so
the
much.
best. Thank you so much, Connor, for coming on. Thanks to everyone for listening. Yeah, until next week, I'm Bobby.
I'm Morgan. That was annoying. I'm
And
Morgan.
I'm Connor.
And who knows? Connor might just become the new host of the HEALcast. Maybe one day. Either way, thanks for hanging out with us. Thanks for listening or watching if you watched. And we'll see you next week. And until then, keep dancing.